Hi, Desiree. So this is your love reading, order 3984. So I have my computer just here. Excuse me. I'm going to be using multiple decks, so I'm going to be pausing the video in between my shuffling. So this is the first deck. And since my computer is here, that's where I'm concentrating and getting more energy from. This is a here and now reading. So I do reading as of right now in this moment for energy wise. So things will change based upon what you start doing. As my cards come out, then it's like past, present, and future. But again, the future is not set in stone because it's your life. It's however you wish to live it. You can take the information as well or leave it. But again, since as soon as you start making decisions, then the future may change, okay? So I just like mentioning that as well. This is yours too. So you can rewatch it as many times as you want. You can share it if you wish. It's ultimately up to you, and it'll be available for as long as you want. But we'll see what comes out. Excuse me, goodness. My son was sick yesterday, so I'm hoping I don't have what he has. But yeah, so let's see what comes out. I would recommend to watch it by yourself first, and then if you wish to share it with someone else, then you are more than welcome to. But I have a feeling that we're going to be using a few decks for you. Okay, so I feel like you were in a relationship, but you're not with them anymore. You're really, really wanting them to come back. Okay. I think this was like an on again, off again individual. Also, please let me know how this resonates too, to make sure that I have the right energy. So the first card was take a break. So this was kind of set the tone of all the cards and this reading. The take a break is like time apart, just needing some space. It could be temporary, those sorts of things. But again, I think that it's kind of to remind you as well to kind of just take some time out, take some time for yourself to discover who you are and who you really want, and what you want out of another individual as far as like a relationship goes. But I think that, again, this is kind of speaking on behalf of the both of you as well, like you and this other individual. I think you might think that you guys are twin flames because this came out, the whole back and forth energy. If you don't know what a twin flame is, basically what that means is you are the same soul, but it's been split into two bodies. So before you even meet the other half, you have that longing that your other half is out there somewhere, that you're just not whole without something. Once you meet that person, it's like an instant spark and recognition that that's your other half. Twin flames, if you believe in those are very, very, very rare. And it's like you guys are mirroring each other. So when I say mirroring each other, you have similar backgrounds, you have similar ideas and things of how you were brought up. You're very similar hobby-wise. You're very similar personality-wise. All these sorts of things should mirror each other if you're a true twin flame, okay? So I think that you're thinking that you're a twin flame because you've heard of them. I don't think you're a twin flame from what I'm seeing in these cards. But again, we'll do a few more decks just to see. But you're hoping that they're going to reach out to you, that there's going to be a message from them in some sort of fashion to have that communication opened again. You might be kind of watching in on them, watching in on their socials, just kind of not creepy, but just kind of like just checking in just to see if anything new has happened with that individual. You gotta, again, kind of take a step back, okay? Because of the whole the take a break. Shadow work came out next. So it's not necessarily about this, but it's more about this. You're kind of screaming on the inside. And you're feeling like you're just not whole without them. There has to be a deep healing taking place, and an inner healing for you, to work on yourself again, so that you can better yourself. This is easier said than done, for sure, because any relationship that you have, when you're not together anymore, you go through that mourning period, that grief period. So I have a feeling that you're struggling with this big time, because you're holding on to it and you just won't let go of it. And you're trapped up here. You have some misleading thoughts of, oh, they're going to come back eventually. They'll see reason. It's going to happen, because divine timing and attraction came out, because you still have a lot of affection for them. And in perfect timing, you're thinking like, in perfect timing, it's going to happen. They're going to come back. They're coming back. They're coming back. They're going to have that changed mind. They're going to have that aha moment that they screwed up. Those sorts of things. And they want to try again because they have done it before. Right now, I feel like it's a really big crossroad that you're at, okay? Because this came out next. So it's a very difficult choice. This is kind of futuristic now, okay? So you're at a stalemate, and I think that you will be continuing to be at a stalemate. This whole on-off, you kind of have to view it as, why did you guys break up each time? What were the reasonings behind it? Why wasn't it working? Why wasn't it working consistently each time you got back together? Was it the same thing that broke you guys apart each time? Okay. So right now you have that difficult choice and that stalemate happening with all this stuff that's going on. Okay. Because you believe that they are your soulmate. There is a soulmate out there for you. Soulmates come in all shapes and forms. Okay. There's friend soulmates. There's pet soulmates. There is, a bunch of different things. Okay. But those are the two that come to mind for me. So like your romantic soulmate and your friend soulmate, I think that you have two, that are either in your life already or that they're coming along to kind of help you. It's a special connection. It's different than a twin flame. Soulmates, they support each other. They don't tear each other down. They uplift each other and help each other along. Okay. So in order to kind of manifest your romantic soulmate, I feel like you need to get to know who you are first. So again, work on self-love, self-appreciation, those sorts of things. And once you discover exactly who you are, then you will know what you need for your other half, kind of deal. Okay. I have no idea why, but The Runaway Bride came to mind, which is a very old movie. I'm showing my age now. So it has Julia Roberts in it. I think it's Julia Roberts. So if you haven't watched that movie, it's basically she is engaged to one individual, and then she like mimics him, all of his likes and everything, because she doesn't know what she really wants. And then she leaves him at the altar, goes on to the next guy, and same idea. Likes everything that he likes, leaves him at the altar. So it's kind of a repeating pattern. I don't know if you're actually truly doing this, or if it's kind of just a defense mechanism that you have. But that movie came to mind. So you will have a victory in the end at some point. Cards don't go by her timeline though, because victory's on the bottom as well. So this is about like your accomplishments, your goals. Your goals will be achieved. You should be proud. You should be successful. You are successful, I should say, with everything that you do. So you do 110% of everything when you put your mind to it. But I think you're just avoiding this whole situation because you're trying to block it out of your head. So let me grab another deck. One sec. Okay, so for this one, I already shuffled and got the cards out. The first card is Heartbroken, but it came out like this. So when my cards come out like this, it's like it's in reverse, but it's like past, present, and future. So this has been ongoing for quite a while, this heartbroken, deep, sad separation happening. You're just feeling very lost and not sure where to go and what direction to go in. So it's a huge, again, kind of grieving process. And you have to I feel like you have to come to that conclusion of you need to move past it the way that you can move past it. I have been there. I have done that. It is very extremely hard and it's hard to hear, but you have to do what's best for you. So it's a lot easier said than done. A lot easier said than done. But you're in this stuck, stagnant energy because you're solely focusing on this at the minute. So these came out together, the self-indulgence and then the seduction. So the self-indulgence is about focusing on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So it even says it on there. I know it's mirrored. Don't do shadow work right now, okay? Whatever you do, don't do shadow work. If you've heard of shadow work, it's basically journaling and trying to heal from past traumatic events. Don't do shadow work. I would not do shadow work right now. You're not in the right state of mind to work on shadow work. It can trigger you and it will put you backwards. But I think that, again, you need to focus on your self-worth, your self-appreciation, and self-love for sure, and that self-acceptance, okay? It is not your fault if it's not meant to be. If you were 100% who you were, same with them, and it didn't work out, it didn't work out for a reason, okay? Regardless of how you feel about that individual, it won't work out if it doesn't work out. Like, if you weren't meant to be together, you weren't meant to be together. I know that's really freaking hard to hear. If this gets too much, then just come back, okay? But I think that it was some sort of third-party influence that kind of sparked this a little bit. The whole breakup thing. But again, I don't hyper focus on it. I think that you're hyper focusing on it. The Grim Reaper flew out and it actually fell on the floor. So the Grim Reaper is about like the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Okay? So again, I don't think that even if you were to have that other opportunity of them coming back, I don't think it would be a smart move, because then you will be back to square one if it doesn't work out again, because I feel like they've hurt you multiple times and you keep looking back on the memories and you keep thinking, oh, well, this was my person. This was my person. If you, again, work on yourself, your self-love and your self-appreciation, if you want to put yourself back out there when you're ready, someone will be there. There are some good individuals back out there. You just got to find them, okay? And you fall hard for people. So you got to make new memories with someone else, okay? That's how I really feel right now, because you're stuck in those nostalgic moments, looking back on the good times. But what about the bad times? Were you looking on the bad times too? Okay, so sunglasses are on the bottom. Sunglasses are about like watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing, those sorts of things. So again, it's kind of like the first deck. Where to go? Watching you. Okay, so I have a feeling that regardless of what I say and regardless of how you feel, you will still be kind of looking at their socials and stuff. Just don't be creepy, okay? Please don't be creepy. I don't want it to get to the point where it's like super ultra creepy, okay? And again, you gotta start making those new memories, okay? This is also on the bottom. This, whatever sudden change might be coming up, because I think that you might have a change coming up at some point. Don't know when, because again, cards don't go by our timeline, but there is going to be some sort of change happening to you, And it's going to be like lightning striking you kind of idea. Like that aha moment is going to click, and then things are going to start progressing in the way that you want them to progress. But you need to learn from your past first in order for you to move forward. Even says it on there. Learn from the past. Make memories. Okay? So I'm going to grab one more deck because I feel like you need this one. One sec. Okay, so the first card that came out was confrontational. So this one here is about like agonizing, taunting, those sorts of things. I feel like someone was always kind of taunting the other one, and it was kind of playful at first, but wasn't playful in the end. And it was a very destructive pattern. You feel like you've been backstabbed. You feel like they stabbed you in the back and led you to believe that things were going to be okay, things were going to be working out. Now this next one came out, it was bratty. So this one here is about like bossy, demanding. I don't think this was you. I think that it was like more of a in the bedroom kind of deal. So you knew what you liked and you went for it. So your pride got hurt with all of this sort of stuff. So I think that the cold shoulder started first, and then it went into like somebody thinks that they're superior to somebody else. Like they're the peacock out of the two of you. So they didn't want their pride getting hurt. So they started giving the cold shoulder, and they wanted the other one to do the dirty work for them with the breakup, but it didn't work. Now, you're very, very emotional and very unstable at the minute. I think that your mental health isn't the best at the minute too, because this card came out. So you're very drowning in your sorrows. You're very feeling like you're alone. Like the world is against you. You need to start trusting again, okay? Because this came out sideways, okay? So it's like it's in reverse again. So the trusting card. So you need to be honest with yourself with this, with everything that's going on. And you need to have people that you can rely on that have your back. Boundaries are going to be huge for you. If anybody breaks your boundaries, then close your door, okay? Don't view boundaries like walls. Walls are harder to build and break down and climb over than what doors are to open and close. So view boundaries like doors. If somebody gains your trust, you can open the door as much or as little as you want. If somebody goes against your boundaries and tests your boundaries, then you're in charge of closing it or slamming it shut. It's totally up to you. Doors are easier to open and close. I think that it'll be easier for you to view it that way versus walls. Everybody views it as walls. Conniving came out last. So this is about like disregarding, conspiring, scheming. I think that you're going to be still stuck on this for quite a while because of this. So you're going to be kind of not listening to anything that I'm trying to say because it's not what you want to hear. So I think that you might even disregard a lot of it too. If you do this, then you are going to be lonely, okay? You are going to be kind of stuck in this, and you're going to be isolating yourself still. So you're going to feel defeated still. You're going to feel abandoned still. So you have to do something to get out of this energy because it's all very low vibes energy, okay? But only you can make the first move on it because you have to be the one to kind of know where to go and what you want to put up with and what you don't want to put up with. But I feel like you're really, really stuck. I just split the deck and self-sabotage came out, okay? Because you're self-sabotaging yourself, okay? By staying in this energy, staying in this mindset, okay? It's like it's your comfort area. That's your comfort zone, but you're sabotaging it. It's like those thought patterns, those negative thought patterns are sabotaging you. So you got to stop those somehow. I think that you really, if this is truly what's going on, it might be a good idea to maybe reach out to a therapist if you are wanting to do that. I think that that will really help you with some counseling, with some professional help, because I don't think that you can be kind of strong enough to get through all of this by yourself, or have somebody that you can lean on that you trust. I know this is not what you want to hear, but this is what's come out, and I hope that it resonates with you, but I have a strong feeling that you are like, nope, this isn't for me. This is not for me. But the cards are reiterating themselves. So I'm like 99% sure that this is for you. But please, please, please let me know. And I really hope that this helps you. Take care of yourself.